This week we come up with a new segment, Movies Beyond Expectations. Here we will suggest to you all sorts of movies with rich content and performances. The highlight is without any language or country barrier, we suggest movies and series with viewers' ratings. So without further ado, let's get started with the 7 Beyond the Expectation movies of this week.
Come down, his father cried.
John, a 35-year-old window cleaner, devoted his life to raising his 3-year-old son Michael, as the mother left them immediately after his birth. When John is given only a few months to live, he attempts to find a new perfect family for his 3-year-old son, determined to shield him from the terrible reality of the situation.
How can I do this to him?
It takes you through many challenging issues that people have to face. The movie is sensitive, slow and stirring with great performances, especially the main lead actor James Norton. Genuinely, this British gem broke my heart with the father and son love. Please watch this marvelous film with your family because it has a 8+ viewing rating.
My son.
During a student party, Mariam, a young Tunisian woman, meets the mysterious Yusuf and lives with him. However, she gets raped by several police officers and tries to file a complaint. But she faces bureaucratic nightmare and now she has to fight for her rights and dignity. But the question is, how can justice be made when it lies on the side of the tormentors?
عندهم بادجوات بوليسية حتى ولو عندهم بادجوات.
This thought-provoking movie shows how indifference can delay justice and decency. It gives only one message, that never gives up and fight for your rights. We might have seen many rape survival movies, but this one is brutal and hard to watch. But I could feel this movie is the need of the decade because of what is happening around us. This is a 17+ to watch. Middle-aged Badi is planning to commit suicide and desperately seeks anyone to assist him. He has already dug out the grave, but the assistant will have to bury him when he will do the deed. He asks many people, but everyone refuses for some reason. Finally, he asks an Turkish taxidermist who has a sick son and previously attempted suicide, agrees to assist Badi. The narrative might seem slow to many, but this is essential to achieving a sense of empathy with the characters involved. The movie takes its time to eventually bring the audience into an unexpected climax of anxiety as the day closes to an end, filling both the protagonist Mr. Badi and the viewer with a deep sense of struggle for life. The movie is a 17+ to watch. Long buried secrets are about to come to light when the twin siblings Jean and Simon are called before a notary for the reading of their mother's will. Now they both have to fulfill their mother's last wishes. One has to deliver a sealed letter to the unknown dad, and the other has to give a message to his unknown brother. The story is about will both honor a dying wish and light on her mother's life. This wonderful movie put forward the concept that everything in this world is like a circle that comes back to you one day. The movie starts at a slow pace and suddenly changes gear and grips and haunts you. It is a hell of a ride, and every scene has its importance in the journey of this movie. And then the big reveal at the end will shock you to the core. This is 17 plus to watch.
Je sais que c'est très inhabituel, mais ta mère était pas folle, Jeanne.
James Miller has written a book, and for the promotion he reaches Tuscany. There he meets a French woman, and they meet on the next day in the countryside of a local Italian village. When they arrived in the village, they are mistakenly taken as husband and wife, and the woman decides to play the game, which put her in a deep agony.
What kind of philosophy is that?
It's just not reasonable to expect us to feel the same way that married couple do.
This is a deep philosophical movie that peels the perception of relationship in a poetic manner. This is not the cup of everyone's tea because it is intense and slow. And I felt bored at times, but it conveys the real meaning of relationship with beautiful locations and dialogues. The movie has a 13 plus view rating. For young Parisian boy, Anton life is one difficult situation after another. Surrounded by inconsiderate adults, including his neglectful parents, Anton spends his day with his best friend Rene, trying to plan for a better life. When one of the schemes goes wrong, Anton ends up in trouble with the law, leading to even more conflicts with unsympathetic authority figures.
Ainsi qu'en témoigne Paul Guyot dans France Soir, le film a gagné tout simplement parce qu'il est beau comme tout ce qui va sans phrase jusqu'au bout de la vérité.
This is one of the great classics. The film is beautiful in black and white, and it is so convincing. The children naturally and unrehearsed acting makes the entire film authentic and appealing. The ending feels like the beginning of a new era, but what strikes in this movie is how intimate it is. Personally, I felt the story is the best thing that hooks us into this movie. It has a 13 plus view rating. A village consisting of a few close-knitted people are suffering from severe water shortage. They experience a series of unusual events after the arrival of two tourist bikers. The entire village's mobile signal goes down. The village's name and location suddenly disappears from online maps. A flying drone is seen hovering above. Unknown threat from an unknown enemy makes this town braces itself from a bloody brutal fight for survival.
A gente está sendo atacado.
Oh yeah.
Movie is well paced with a decent screenplay. The movie is crafted with plenty of tensions with valid contemporary metaphors, which is hard to crack sometimes. And a few unnecessary scenes didn't connect with the plot. Still, this movie has a genuine story to tell. The movie has a 13 plus rating. If you like to know more movies and series, please stay tuned to our channel and do follow our Instagram page for more updates.